Got my own little gym in here now. Hey guys, this is Chris Tab FK7. Welcome back to another video. And today, this is actually part 2. It's like a 2-part series of the grill installation because, as you may remember, if you watched my previous video, I received 2 grills from American Modified. One being the Shark grill and then the other being the racing grill for the Honda Civic hatchback. So in today's video, I'm going to show you what it looks like on your FK7. Let's go. I'm gonna be swapping this shark teeth Grille grill out. They call it the racing grill for the Honda Civic. It is a much more open grill, and it does have like this mesh netting so that debris doesn't get sucked into your engine. I prefer to have like a little H logo in the middle. So I'm gonna be buying a custom Honda emblem sometime in the future, and I'm gonna be putting it in the middle, that way it doesn't look too empty. But I really like this design of the grill because it's more open, so a more open grill means more air and louder whooshes, hopefully. So I'm gonna go ahead and install this on the FK7 and we'll see what it looks like. So what I did was, since I'm putting in the other grill, what I did was I just put black tape over this white part right here, which you can barely notice from far away. It's only if you look super close, then you'll see that it's just black tape. It's basically an electrical tape that I just wrapped this over with. Now you could, do the proper thing, get some vinyl wrap. But I went ahead and just taped it with electrical tape. But since we have the bumper off, for those of you who want to work on your car, this is a good time to maybe, change your headlights, change your intercooler, your radiator. This is the perfect time to do that, since I already taught you guys how exactly to remove your front bumper. But yeah, once you get your front bumper removed for the very first time, it's super easy the second time you do it, because everything isn't as stubborn as it was when you were first doing it, because everything is already loose, and obviously you know what screws and clips to take off. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be installing the racing grill onto this bumper so that we can see the difference. So this is what the race grill looks like on the FK7, and I can already say it's a lot better than the shark tooth grill, or whatever you want to call it, because if you look in here, look at all that space for air to come in and cool the engine down as you're driving. Now, like I said earlier, I did wrap that black with electric tape. I am planning on getting like a custom Honda emblem and like just sticking it on here one day, so that it could really complete the look. But I do like this style better than the shark tooth. I would rate it 8 out of 10. I still think the OEM grill is better, but again, it's restricting airflow to the engine. With this one, at least you get a bigger size hole for air to pass through. So hopefully that'll help cool the car, just like with the shark tooth grill. Because I did notice cooler engine temperatures earlier while I was driving. Usually I'd get around like 110 degrees intake temperature, but with the newer grill, the temperature went down a little bit. So I already noticed the difference. And I did notice some louder whooshing compared to the stock grill. The two grills from American Modified, they both have an increased noise level when it comes to your intake or your whoosh noise. That is, if you do have an aftermarket intake installed. I'm not quite sure what it'll sound like on the stock intake, but I do have a PRL short ram intake, and I really did notice a difference. Now I do have to get wheels, so that's probably going to be my next major project. So if you guys want, you can comment down below if you have any wheel suggestions on what kind of wheels that I should be putting on the FK7 and what color. I think I should just go with black. That way it'll match the whole black and white scheme that I have going on, and some black side mirror caps. And yeah, I think the build will be complete. I might get aftermarket taillights and headlights as well, but yeah, I'm really liking the look of the car because it looks a lot different from, you know, the stock hatchback. All these little tiny bits and pieces that I've done to it really make the car stand out. Like I said, the only thing I really need major mod wise is wheels. But yeah, I might just stick to the OEM wheel specs, so 18 inches. So for those of you who are wondering, is this safe for taking your car out to a car wash? I'm also looking down there to see if it's wet. It is not wet at all. So if you do have a cold air intake, which cold air intake is usually, you know, down there, then it's completely safe for your car. And as well as if you have a short ram intake, and obviously if you have your stock airbox, then it is completely safe. And then for this one, I just got back from driving the car. It has been raining. As you can see, the car is wet. It's still raining at the moment. It seems like it's dry because if you look right here, that's the intake. The grill is probably somewhere over there. Pretty much the intercooler is blocking all the water. So if you're driving, none of that water is going to go inside of your intake. You're not going to have any issues driving with any of these grills installed.